Hello friends, in this video tutorial we are going to learn one more CRUD application in PHP with jQuery jsGrid plugin. Lightweight jsGrid is a simple and lightweight client-side data grid control jQuery plugin, and it has supports basic grid operations like insert of data, filter, updating, deleting, paging and sorting. So by using this plugin we will make single page PHP application in which we can inline add, edit, and delete MySQL data by using PHP. We have already published inline CRUD tutorial using Ajax with PHP, inline data tables CRUD operation and inline CRUD by using Angular JavaScript, but in all of them we have used simple text box. But here we have used jsGrid plugin. We will use other input field like select box also and make inline table for insert, update, delete data using PHP with Ajax and jQuery. Now let's start discussing this tutorial, and this is our testing database, and in this sample data table with 5 column, we will insert, update, and delete data into this table using jsGrid plugin. This is our working folder, and in this we have 2 PHP file like index and fetch data.php. This is index page, and in this page we have already imported JavaScript library link. And other link of style sheet and JavaScript file are for jsGrid plugin. By using this link we can use functionality of this plugin on this page. Now we will describe step by step how can we use jsGrid plugin with PHP script. First, on this page we have define on division tag with id is equal to grid table. We will initialize jsGrid plugin under this division tag. Now we have moved to write jQuery, so here first we have write $ with division tag id grid table with jsGrid method. This method will initialize this plugin. Under this method we have first defined 2 option like width and height. In width option we have set 100% and in height option we have set to 400 pixel, so here we have set height and width of grid. Then after we have write filtering option which set to true. This option will enable table column. If we have set to false, then it will disable column filter. Below this we have write inserting option, and this option also set to true. In this option we have to define boolean value which define you want to show inserting row or not. After this we have write editing option set to true. By default it is false, but if we have set true it will define editing allowed or not. Then we have write another option sorting which has been set to true. This option boolean value specify you want to allowed sorting or not. Now we have write one more option paging which has been set to true. This option specifies whether data you want to display by pages. After this we have write auto load option, and it has been set to true. By default this option has been set false, but here we have set to true. Then it will display data when grid is rendered. After this we have write page size option, and here we have write 10. so it will display 10 rows on web page and other will be converted into pagination. Now we have write page button count and here we have write 5, this option will display 5 pagination button on web page. Lastly we have write delete confirm option and here we have write do you really want to delete this data, this message will be pop up when we have tried to delete some data. So here we have set most of the option of this plugin. Now we want to define table column under grid, so here we have write fields option with blank array. Under this array we have write first array for hidden field and in this we will store ID of particular row and this table column will not be display on web page. Input. In second array we have define input text box field with name first name, and this field value is required which has been set by using validate required option. Same way in third array we have again defined one more input text box field with name last name and this field value is also required by define using validate option. Below we have write fourth array for enter age field data, so here also we have define input text box field and in this field we have write only number which has been validated by using this callback function. So if we have enter other than number then it will display validation error on web page. For insert gender data, so we have to make select box. For this in fifth array we have define on input type select box with name gender and in this we want field male female option. So in items option we have defined one more sub array with 3 array with name and ID key. In name key we have defined which text will be display on web page and in ID key which text has been stored in database. Here value field option define which array key value has been stored in database, so here we have write ID and in text field option define which text will be display in select box option and here we have write name and value of this field also required. So we have defined all input field for all table column. Lastly we want to define action button like insert button, update button, delete button. So in last array we have write type option and here we have write control, it will automatically make all CRUD button. Friends, here we can see when page has been loaded into browser then we can see simple table with 5 table column like first name, last name, age, gender, and button column. In gender column we can see select box with 2 option like male and female, so here we have first time use select box for inline table CRUD. Here we can also see add button and filter button also. When we have click on add button then filter button has been replaced with insert button and after we have directly click on add button then it has display validation error on web page. Now first we want to load data under this grid from MySQL database on page load. So we have go to index page and here we have write controller. This is an object in which we can define function for load data, insert data, update data, and delete data. Under this first we have write load data callback function with filter argument. This function will return array of data in JSON format. Under this we have write return statement with Ajax request. This function will called Ajax request for fetch data from MySQL database. Under this request we have write type option, and here we have write get, so we will use get method for fetch data from MySQL database. In second option we have write URL, and here we have write fetch data.php. Here it will send request to fetch data.php file. And in last option we have write data. In this option we can define which data we want send to server, so here we have write filter argument. This argument will be received from jsGrid plugin. Now we have moved to write PHP code in fetch data.php. So here we have write $connect variable is equal to new PDO object with MySQL host set to localhost, database name set to testing, username set to root, and password set to blank. After making database connection we have write $method variable is equal to $server request method variable. Here we have store server request method like get post store under $method variable. Now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $method variable value is equal to get. If this condition true then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write $data variable is equal to array with key first name value set to %get first name variable % for searching data. In second key we have write last name value set to %get last name variable and %. In third key we have write age, and it value has been set to %get age variable and %. And in last key we have write gender, and it value has been set to $get gender variable and %. This way we have store input field data in array with % for searching. Now we have write $query variable is equal to select star from sample data where first name like first name and last name like last name and age like age and gender like gender order by ID in descending order. This is select query with column searching. Now we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement, and under this we have write $query variable. Now we want to execute this query, so we have write $statement variable with execute method, and under this we have write $data variable. This method will execute query. After this we have write $result variable is equal to $statement variable with fetch all method. This method will fetch query execution data and store under $result variable. Now we have write for each loop, and under this we have write $result variable as $row variable. By using this loop we can fetch data from $result variable. Under this loop we have write $output array variable is equal to array with key ID value get from $row ID variable, first name key value get from $row first name variable. Last name key value get from $row last name variable, age key value get from $row age variable and gender key value has been get from $row gender variable. This way we have store data under this $output variable. Now we want to send this data to Ajax request in JSON format. So here we have write echo statement with JSON encode function with $output variable. It will send data in JSON format to Ajax request. Friends, first we have refresh page, and after refresh of web page now grid has been filled with data which we have fetched from MySQL database. Now here we can see pagination. Here we can sorting column, and here also we can search data also. So here we can perform all basic operation. Now we have moved to write code for insert data into MySQL table using this jsGrid plugin. For this we have go to index page, and here we have write insert item callback function with item as argument. This function is used for insert data into MySQL table using jsGrid plugin. Under this function we have write return statement with $.ajax request. This function has send Ajax request to PHP script for insert data. Under this we have write first option type set to post. Here we have use post data method for send data to server. In second option we have write URL option set to fetch data.php. Here we have send request to this page for insert data. In last option we have write data option, and here we have write item. Here we have define which data we want send to server. Now we have moved to write PHP code in fetch data.php. So here we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $method variable value is equal to post. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write $data variable is equal to array with key double colon first name with value get from $post first name variable. In second key double colon last name value get from $post last name variable. Third key double colon age value get from $post age variable, and last key double colon gender value get from $post gender variable. After storing all data into $data variable, now we have write $query variable is equal to insert into sample data table with table key like first name, last name, age, and gender. With values get from double colon first name, last name, age, and gender. This is simple insert data query for insert data into MySQL table. Now we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement with $query variable. This statement will make query for execution. Query. Lastly, we want to execute query, so we have write $statement variable with execute method, and under this method we have write $data variable. This method will execute query, and $data variable data will be inserted into MySQL table. Friends, first we have refresh web page, and after refresh of web page now we want to add new data into MySQL table. So here we have click on this plus button for add in new record. After click on this button, filter button has been changed to plus button, and now we have click on add button, but after click on add button we can see validation error on web page. So here validation is working properly. Now in first name text box we have write John, in last name text box we have write Smith. In age text box we have write 26, and in gender select box we have write make and click on plus button. After click on plus button, data has been submitted, and which we can see under grid with edit and delete button with all search, filter, and pagination functionality. Now we have moved for edit MySQL table data. For this we have go to index page, and under jsGrid method we have add update item callback function with item argument under controller. This function is used for update data. Returns. Under this function we have write return statement with $.ajax request. It has send Ajax request to PHP script for update data. Under this we have write first option type, and here we have write put, so here we have use put method for sending data to PHP script. In second option we have write URL option, and here we have write fetch data.php, here we have send request to this page for update data. And in last option we have write data option, and here we have write item variable. In this option we can define which data we want send to PHP script. Now we have moved to write PHP script for update data, so here we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $method variable value is equal to put. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write parse string function with 2 argument, and in first argument we have write file get contents function with PHP input stream, and in second argument we have write $put variable function. Here by file get contents function we have get Ajax JSON string, and by using parse string function we have parses JSON string into variables and store under $put variable. Below this we have write $data variable is equal to array with key $ID with value get from $put ID variable. Second key like $first name key value get from $put first name variable. Third key last name value get from $put last name variable. Fourth key age value get from $put age variable, and fifth key gender value get from $put gender variable. After storing all data into $data variable, now we have write $query variable is equal to update sample data table with set first name is equal to first name, last name is equal to last name. Age is equal to age. Gender is equal to gender, where ID is equal to ID. This is simple update data query. Below this we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement with $query variable. This statement will make query for execution. For execute query we have write $statement variable with execute method with $data variable. This method will execute update query. Now we have check output in browser. Friends, first we have refresh web page, and after refresh of web page now we want to change first row data. So here we have click on edit button. After click on first row edit button, table row data has been converted into HTML input fields, and now we can change details of this data. So here we have change last name details and click on OK button. After click on button, data has been edited, and now we have refresh web page, and after refresh of web page we can see data has been changed. For change particular row data we can also simply click on any table column, so that row will data has been converted into input HTML field. Now we want to delete data, so we have go to index page, and here we have add delete item callback function with item argument in controller. This function is delete data from database. Under this function we have write return statement with $.ajax request. This function has send Ajax request to PHP script for delete data. Under this we have write first option type which set to delete, so here we have delete data method for send data to PHP script. In second option we have write URL, and here we have write fetch data.php. Here we have send request to this fetch data.php page. In third option we have write data, and here we have write item. In this option we can define which data we want send to server. Now we have moved to write PHP code, and here we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $method variable value is equal to delete. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write parse string function with 2 argument, and in first argument we have write file get contents function with PHP input stream, and in second argument we have write $delete variable. Here by file get contents function we have get Ajax JSON string, and by using parse string function we have parses JSON string into variables and store under $delete variable. After this we have write $query variable is equal to delete from sample data table, where ID is equal to $delete ID variable. This is simple delete data query. Under this we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement with $query variable. This statement make query for execution. For execute query we have write $statement variable with execute method. This method will execute query. Now our code is ready, so we have check output in browser. Friends, first we have refresh web page, and after refresh of web page now we want to remove first row of data from this grid and MySQL table, so we have click on delete button. After click on delete button, one message box has been pop up with message like do you want to delete data with OK and cancel button. This message we have defined under delete confirm option of jsGrid method. If we have click on cancel button, then no action has been taken, but here we have click on OK button, so we have click on OK button. After click on OK button, that table row has been removed from grid. Now we have refresh web page, and after this we can see data has been removed from MySQL table also. So this way we can delete data from MySQL table using PHP with jsGrid plugin. So this is simple grid plugin which has been compatible with PHP script for perform all type of data operation like insert, update, delete, pagination, searching, filtering. So if you want to make live table grid for your web application, then you can use this plugin, which is simple and lightweight jQuery plugin, which will satisfy your all needs of database operation. If you have any query or input regarding this video tutorial, please comment your query or input in comment box, or if you like this video tutorial, please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. Lastly, keep watching our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video tutorial.